So this is the 23rd of September, Friday, 12:06 a.m. I'm not going to sleep. I had a diet fail. I didn't eat my vegetable stuff. I had an extra soy latte and two slices of wholemeal bread, a whole grain bread with peanut butter and a banana. It's not good. So coffee's keeping me up. Anyway, so I want to talk a bit about this idea of being an antinatalist and an efilist, and also advocating for reducing suffering, minimizing harm, promoting justice at the same time. Because I think it seems like a very complicated topic. um, for instance, um, uh, like I retweeted a something from the Humane Society International about saving some dogs from being sent to a dog farm where they're going to be killed and eaten. So, on the one hand, saving these animals from that cruel fate seems like the right thing to do, right? That seems like the right thing to do. But I also know that the cure for suffering in this world is the extinction of animals, human beings, everything, right? So the antinatalist cure is like it's like a high level kind of solution. So, I'm kind of like. Let me think of another topic. Like there was this, I saw at some other tweet something about wildlife trafficking. Like trafficking in wildlife, like rhino horns and elephant. Uh, you know, so I support that. I support ending trafficking in these ivory and things like that, because you're killing a sentient creature for this profit. So, I don't think it's good to just kill animals for these kinds of reasons, for profit, for food. I don't think you should do that. Right? Okay, I don't think that's unethical, because okay. And when I think about extinction as like a goal to end suffering, you either do it completely or you don't do it at all. See, I don't believe in culling animal populations and then allowing them to grow again, because that's just messed up. Like if you have, let's say, a group of animals in a certain area, and they're causing harm to another animal or human beings, uh, culling that predatory, or let's say, animal group, reducing their numbers, and then later allowing them to grow back again and then killing more. That just seems to me like a very bad thing to do. If you're going to if you find that these group of animals are a problem, you completely get rid of them. One in one act, one decisive act. By doing so, you stop the problem they're causing, and you prevent their continued existence, which, you know, reduces suffering. So this relationship between being an antinatalist and efilist, and at the same time advocating for humanitarian and animal rights causes, is a difficult kind of relationship. Um, it's not as simple as like it's not as simple as me saying my like yeah I'm yeah it's not like I'm going to say all the time, don't procreate, let the species go extinctly. It's not that simple, really, because I mean the most simplest solution would be to press a red button and have the planet blow up. But because we don't have that solution, I'm trying to take a pragmatic approach that is going to take, so you make a decision whether to pursue extinction or save the animal. It has to be contextually based. So, for instance, in this case of the dog, the dog meat issue, in that particular case, I would say save the dogs because they're going to be used as food, and no, so save the dogs because they're not being killed for any good reason. They're being killed for an illegitimate reason, which is food. And the same with the trafficking of the rhinos, and save those animals because they're being killed for a illegit unethical reason, which is for their horns, for profit. So in those particular instances, I would say save those animals, right? But if, for instance, like that, I talked about that tortoise, tortoise, at the Galapagos Islands. In that particular instance, I would say no. Let those Don't save them and repopulate them. No, don't do that. Let that animal go extinct. Because that's like a see how there's a difference between saving animals from being trafficked for their ivory and being killed for food. There's a difference there, saving them and then advocating for the extinction of the tortoise on that island. Those are two different things. So this is how the relationship between advocating for extinction, advocating for non-procreation, and at the same time advocating for humanitarian and animal rights causes, the relationship is it's a complex relationship. And the reason the relationship is complex is because I have to be pragmatic, because I'm living in a world where we don't have the red button. We don't have the capacity to just, end it all in one instant. So you work to the end goal of extinction in a step-by-step fashion. So you can do both. You can advocate for extinction, you can advocate for antinatalist policies, and at the same time advocate for humanitarian and animal rights causes. You can do both. But whenever you have a chance to promote antinatalism, you do it. Whenever you have a chance to promote extinction, do it. But it has to, the context has to be taken into account, you see? So this is how it's a complicated thing, you know? You can do both. You can advocate for antinatalism and humanitarian causes. You can advocate for extinction of sentient animal species and animal rights. You can do both. It's a complex relationship. Yeah. So maybe that makes some sense. I don't know.